inaugural session of the Youth Parliament. I would like to express my gratitude to the Prime Minister and honorable members for joining the session today. I hope today's session will be fruitful, and as we sit down to discuss important matters concerning the nation. Today's first business will be vote taking. Secretary General, please.
Who stands elected from Medak constituency of Telangana state will now take the oath or affirmation. Bano Trikta, please. Ma'am, would you like that oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language would you like to take the oath or?
In English, please. I, Banod Nikita, having been elected as a member of Lower House,
and that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of my country, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Former President of Indian Union, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, on 27 July 2015 in Shillong, Meghalaya. Born on 15th October 1931 in the small temple town of Rameshwaram in the southern coast. He became the 11th President of India.
I extend myself and my party members with the sorrow that the nation is feeling on the sudden demise of our former Union President APJ Abdul Kalam, who died at age 83, was a former paper boy who became a national hero in India as the architect of the country's nuclear missile program. In 2002, he was overwhelmingly elected India's 11th President, becoming the third Muslim to hold the post. His election by nearly 90% of the national and state legislators completed an astonishing journey for the son of a poor boatman from South India, whose sister was said to be pawned her wedding jewelry to pay for his education. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and his achievements are the torch bearers for the people of this country, especially the young generation of this nation. I extend my heartfelt condolence to the bereaved family.
APJ Abdul Kalam. He was an extraordinary scientist known as the Skyman, who played a crucial role in India's most successful programs. After his retirement from presidentship, Dr. Kalam remained a public figure, accepting invitations from all over India to speak, particularly to students and children. Throughout his time in office, he had sought to make the presidency relevant to young people, and afterwards spoke of himself as a teacher. In him, we have lost a true brother, a true Ratna, and a great countryman. I extend my condolence to the bereaved family. What the government is doing. Security of women tells.
182 and 130 stations are receiving CCTV camera services. Adding to this, the trains are having pink zones, that is compartments reserved only for women, just to improve security services, especially security of women in trains.
Has to ensure stories.
In this regard, call the YTSK, Yatri Ticket Suvedha Kendra, to curb the black marketing rail tickets. Apart from this, passengers are allowed to book tickets up to 120 days in advance, and they receive SMS alerts for arrival and departure of trains. Also, operations 5 minutes has been started that allows passengers to acquire tickets within 5 minutes of entering the station.
State, the latest position, identification of tourism section.
Honorable
50 circuits for development of tourism in the country, covering a mix of culture, heritage, spiritualism and ecotourism. Scientifically, Kashmir Circuit, Beach and Fort Circuit, Desert Circuit. We have formulated a plan called Swadesh Darshan for integrated development of tourist circuits and specific themes. 5 circuits identified under this scheme include Buddhist Circuit, Himalayan Circuit and many more. Also through its international offices, the ministry has participated in international travels and exhibitions in major and potential tourists generating recross along the globe. Also, the ministry is committed to develop infrastructure at tourist destinations and circuits. The ministry has sanctioned infrastructure development of destinations and circuits.
By announcing 18 crore of new bank accounts, but I am hearing from various sources the most of bank accounts created have zero cash transfer and have been dormant. Can the Honorable Finance Minister inform the House when will they move from account open?
Financial inclusion, which our government embarked on with 1 year of coming to power, which unfortunately does not go down with the opposition. Respected Chair, we have already announced the phase 2 of the program and slew of measures have already been taken to facilitate the cash out facility. The banking network across the country comprises of the following. Network of 1,25,857 branches of scheduled commercial banks as on 31st March 2015, out of which 38% are in rural areas. 1%.
Good afternoon to everyone present over here. Today I would like to present the bill regarding the reorganization of Article 370. Back in 1947, when India was about to get freedom and when the British were leaving our country, they gave freedom to all the kings in India to live wherever they wished to, catch the formation of hundreds of provinces internally by the efforts of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. All those provinces agreed to unite to form a nation, but Jammu and Kashmir, which was ruled by the King Hari Hari Singh, was not ready to get united. They did not want to get merged and wanted to maintain their identity as independent province. Pakistan tried to adjure Kashmir forcefully in October 1947 and Hari Singh asked India for help to fight. India helped under one condition, that Kashmir needs to come with India. India promised to give it a special status under Article 370 of Indian Constitution. But since then there have been terrible things going in Jammu and Kashmir. The special status has been misused, violated and disrespected. But since there have been terrible things going on Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir is not a bilateral issue. The UN has no place in it. The application of Article 370 was a mistake and neither the people of Jammu and Kashmir nor India benefited from it. The Article 370 is harmful for the unity of the nation. It confined the Kashmir to a geographical corners of the country. Its removal, the culture of the state, it will spread to the other parts of the nation. The benefits of the removal of Article 370 would soon be visible and the benefits of the various schemes of the central government will reach the people of Jammu and Kashmir and there was infinite possibilities to develop the tourism sector in Jammu and Kashmir.
Really informed about reworking of Article 370. We were totally blindsided. Out of the blue, all the troops were called in. Internet was cut off. Landlines were cut off. Kashmiri politicians were under house arrest. People were locked inside their homes. This is absolute fascism. Mr. Speaker, sir, absolute fascism.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Nothing good came out by discussions. We had to take several measures for good case. And also, public were notified before that it might provoke violence, so we didn't do anything wrong.
Internal matter, please enlighten us. We are not clear on this.
About this first.
Internal matter, so don't interfere in it. Can J&K still be an internal? We want to know. Entire party wants to know.
Not the Union of India.
People has to be through established the institution. So long as the democracy exists as done in terms of constitutional democracy. Here any regardless to will of the people has to be expressed and sold in the terms of established institutions. Here his arguments is totally pointless. Totally pointless, Speaker. Totally pointless.
Speaker, sir, I am certain that this might stir up many internal conflicts that won't be democracy.
The local would get more money. Companies would invest, their educational opportunities would be enhanced. Overall, it would lead to economic development and crime and terrorism get reduced. I don't see why people won't support this bill.
That's what you're concerned, right? Everyone knows about that. Is this right for them? Where is equality? Where is democracy?